Could Putin face the death penalty if he were to be overthrown? From our point of view and the point of view of the Russian people, that's just wishful thinking at the moment. But there can be no doubt that being overthrown has never been far from his mind. In Russia, the death penalty exists in theory, but there's a moratorium on its use, although there have been demands by some within Putin's inner circle to bring it back following the aggression against Ukraine. The last execution carried out in Russia was in August 1996. According to the Russian constitution, the death penalty can be carried out only in the most serious of cases, which are, according to Article 105, murder, and that only in certain aggravating circumstances. According to Article 277, attempted murder of a state official. Article 295, attempted murder of a judge. Article 317, attempted murder of a police officer. And Article 357, in the case of genocide. I suspect that, as with organised crime, Putin placed enough people between him and the killer to ensure that in theory he didn't know about it, whether it's for the current crimes being committed en masse in Ukraine or the apartment bombings which killed over 300 and injured over 1,000 people in Bryansk, Moscow and Volgodonsk in September 1999, which he, as the head of the FSB at the time, presumably ordered. The means of execution in Russia is via a shooting in a non-public place. However, the law states that only males can be executed. Furthermore, they must have committed the crime or crimes for which they are being sentenced between the ages of 18 and 60. Therefore, Putin could only face the death penalty for his crimes which were committed up to October 2011 when he had his 60th birthday. In that case, he cannot be sentenced to death for anything which has happened in Ukraine. In all probability, in the event of his overthrow, arrest and trial, the worst he could expect is life imprisonment. Indeed, I suspect, like Stalin before him, who had a private train on standby to take him out of Moscow in 1941, Putin has already arranged a bolt hole somewhere in the world, probably North Korea, for example, and he'll have enough cash there to see him out in a life of luxury until the end of his days. Putin's worst fear is being overthrown, and he's dug such a hole for himself that he needs to hang on to power no matter what. Now we know what the worst case scenario is as far as he's concerned. Thanks for listening.